it is truly an honor to present, along with Carol Kaplan, the 2021 E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award. The E.B. Hirsh Award is Federation's most prestigious tribute, developed in recognition of our friend and colleague. With this award, we are acknowledging E.B.'s leadership skills, her values, and her unending commitment and devotion to community issues. In line with the preceding are the criteria established for the E.B. Hirsh Award. The recipient must be a living woman at the time of nomination. The recipient must exemplify Jewish values. The recipient must have ties to the greater Maryland community. The recipient must be a member of one of Federation's constituent organizations. The recipient cannot be a past president of Federation or a current Federation officer. And the recipient must exemplify outstanding leadership and achievement. Federation first began the presentation of the esteemed E.B. Hirsh Award in 2008, following our past awardees. Lois Rosenfield, Martha Wyman, Linda Hurwitz, Ellen Lakeman, Peggy K. Wolf, Beth Goldsmith, Rochelle Ricky Spector, Debs Weinberg, Joanne Mayer Orlinsky, and Nancy Aiken. It is with great pleasure that we will be presenting the 2021 E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award to Alyson L. Friedman. Carol will now continue our program with the presentation.
Oh, there she is. Alyson, E.B. Hirsh is known to so many of us as a dedicated volunteer who live by her motto, participate and get involved. To so many of us, she was a wonderful mentor and friend, including myself. With us today is her members of her beloved family, daughter Helene H. Lawrence, past Federation president, who has brought many honors to many organizations. On page 25 in our program book is a bio of E.B.'s many accomplishments. Alyson Friedman, this year's recipient of the E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award, is a leader in the Jewish community and the greater community as well. She fits all the criteria of this award. Alyson, at an early age, reached across all generations. On page 26 in our program book is information of her many, many accomplishments. When we volunteer, we give and we gain. As we touch the lives of others, we improve our own life. Research shows volunteering offers many benefits as we reach out across generations, whatever your age is. This quote from Pirkei Avot, do justly, love mercy, walk humbly. You are not obliged to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. Our appreciation for all you do will continue to do for our community. Alyson, you are surrounded by so many who love you and share this day with you. Your husband, John, your children, your mother, family members, and many friends. We are all so proud of you. In this year and a half since we contacted you as the unanimous recipient of this award at our 104th convention, we were always impressed by your politeness and understanding. Because of COVID-19, we had to change plans. Your respect and importance of this honor was one of your many wonderful qualities. This verse from Micah. He has told you what is good and what Adonai requests of you. Only to do justice and to love goodness and to walk modestly with your God speaks to you, Alyson, for your caring, grace, patience, and leadership. It is with great pride that we honor you today with this token of our respect for what you stand for in all in our communities. Alyssa and I, on behalf of the Federation of Jewish Women's Order of Maryland, have the pleasure to present this award to you. And would you read what's on the award? Because we don't have it in front of us, Alyson.
My pleasure. It says the Federation of Jewish Women's Organizations of Maryland presents the E.B. Hirsh Lifetime Achievement Award to Alyson L. Friedman, May 13th, 2021. Thank you so much, Carol and Alyssa, for this beautiful, beautiful award, and to everyone at the Federation. Thank you so very much.
We are so pleased to be able to do it today, Alyson. Now,
and thank you. Thank you so very much. Before I begin my remarks, I would just like to also just tell Sheila what a beautiful, beautiful job she did this morning. I mean, she is just such a beautiful soul, and I certainly see why she's so successful, because of her positive energy, her intellect, her passion, and as Marcia said so beautifully, how can it not be contagious? I mean, she is just such a role model and just such an incredible person. So thank you for gracing us, Sheila, with your presence today. And as she said, when you do good things with a good heart, good things will come back to you. And I know all of you will agree with me. That is so very true. One way that we differ is that Sheila is very good at speaking off the cuff, and I am not. So thank you for bearing with me as I did prepare my remarks. Okay, so true strength comes from accepting help, faith, and love of others to use the platform we were given to help serve others. I am here today accepting this award filled with so much gratitude. I've had the good fortune to be able to dedicate my time as a volunteer for over 20 years, both in Baltimore and on national boards. The joy I get from helping people is difficult to describe in words. For those of you tuning in today, I know you understand that benefiting others who are in need is a huge gift we give to ourselves. And since I began volunteering, I have found a sense of purpose, a sense of true community, and a sense of value for organizing events, fundraising, and helping people in need. When preparing my remarks today, I asked myself, what do people want to hear? I reflected back to other speeches I've heard and contemplated my best takeaways. One speech that came to mind that struck me in particular was delivered by Denzel Washington, who I absolutely admire, when he spoke at University of Pennsylvania's commencement address in 2011 about taking risks and the importance of failing. Denzel talks about how failing is inevitable and that everyone will lose and fail at something. He asks his audience, do you have the guts to fail? We all fail again and again, but we will eventually catch a break. He continues by saying, if you don't fail, you're not even trying. Did you know that he tried out for a Broadway musical and failed miserably because he can't sing? He actually failed many, many times, but he didn't fall back and he never quit. He kept trying out for subsequent roles and he never gave up. Eventually, he landed the part in Fences, for which he won a Tony Award. Nothing in life is worthwhile unless we take risks. Fall forward, he says. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. The question is, what are you going to do with what you have? Life will never be a straight path. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never have done. Whether it's your time, talent, treasure, patience, love, or wisdom, we all have unique gifts we can share with the world. Many of us are very lucky to live in such a close-knit Baltimore Jewish community. With this closeness comes its advantages and responsibility to be inclusive to everyone. That's why our theme this year, Welcoming the Stranger, is so important. No one likes to feel like an outsider. Even as a native Baltimorean, I myself have felt like an outsider many times in my life. I think that's why I'm particularly sensitive to this theme. No one wants to feel excluded. It doesn't feel good for whatever reason. Whether we're teenagers or 80 years old, it hurts to not be invited in or deliberately shunned from a particular group. This impact of exclusion and other has been especially present and troubling in our climate today, where conversations surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion are more important than ever. We need to hear everyone's voices, not just the ones we're used to or are comfortable with. Racial inequity is a society problem, and it's going to take everyone doing their part to move toward a reality that is consistent with our Jewish values, like rachamim, compassion, kavod, honor and respect, and gimlet chasadim, acts of loving kindness. We must practice deep listening and mindful self-awareness. In one of the Exploring Racial Justice trainings I attended this past year, I learned the term getting comfortable with discomfort, which truly resonated with me. Think about the last time you had a discussion with someone with a viewpoint different from your own. Did you try to persuade the other person to change their perspective? Did you agree to disagree? Were you made to feel uncomfortable with your opinion? And did you genuinely listen to what they had to say? I think we all need to be willing to acknowledge our blind spots. How do we address inclusiveness? We must be able to listen and continue to learn and make this issue a priority. In the words of John Lewis, with a sense of dignity and pride, never hate. In the way of love, never bitter, never give up. Create a society at peace with itself. The best way to seek justice? Stand up, speak out. Truly words to remember and live by. During the COVID pandemic, with all of us having to be in our homes for many months on end, we were forced to communicate on our phones and computers. Like it or not, Zoom became part of our everyday vocabulary. I spent much of my time at home taking educational classes, doing diversity and inclusion trainings, making caring calls for my synagogue, attending board meetings, visiting museums in other countries worldwide virtually, and helping to develop our Na'aleh website and brand communication strategy. Na'aleh is the hub for leadership learning for the entire greater Baltimore Jewish community, both professionals and lay leaders. Na'aleh means we will rise in Hebrew and refers to all of us learning and growing together, as we believe leadership is an activity, not a role, and that anyone can lead from any seat at the table. Please know this includes any person in the community who seeks to address a challenge through inspiring others to join him or her in service to our community. I want to close my remarks this morning by acknowledging my fellow esteemed E.B. Hirsh Award recipients, several whom I have worked closely with over the years and I know well. I am humbled to be counted among you, and I'm deeply honored to be standing beside you. Thank you all for all you do and for what you continue to do to make the world a better place. Together, we will strive to educate and elevate the Baltimore community. To Marcia Bornfriend, Carol Kaplan, Alyssa Ness, and everyone at Federation who has welcomed me into this wonderful organization, I thank you for bestowing me with this prestigious award. To my family and friends, thank you for traveling on this leadership journey with me. Some of you have been trekking along with me for a long time, attending my programs and events, answering my phone calls for volunteers, listening to my issues on various topics, and just being there. I want to especially thank my two children, Jessica and Josh, my mom, Barbara, and my husband, John, who have been my biggest supporters and have endured my countless meetings and long hours throughout all these years. For all of you out there who volunteer, and I know there are many of you, we all know it is a labor of love. And in answer to the question, do you work? Yes, we all work very hard for the causes we feel passionately about. We just get paid in so many other ways than monetarily. My life has been enriched in countless ways by serving our community. Thank you once again for recognizing my dedication as I will continue to give back to our community and look so forward to working with many of you. So as a lover of quotes, I would like to leave you with one of my favorites. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. I sincerely hope I have inspired each of you here today. Thank you all so very much.